Well, this is different. Grab your tissues, some food or drink that's bad for you, and join my pity party. Woo-hoo. I've noticed a lot of my acquaintances on Facebook and YouTube have been down in the dumps in the last week, so like that, you know, and the autumnal equinox, the seasons changing, society's gotten insane. And some of us that are older know how it used to be. People used to be able to get along. And back in 2001, the trade tower thing, no matter who caused it or what happened, people pulled together. Didn't matter what political party you were in. It didn't matter. It didn't matter if you were black, white, green, or red, or purple, or anything. People helped each other. And that's the way it should be. But every day it gets further away from that. I'm having a hard time. I have $20 to my name. I have some physical conditions where I can't go out and get a regular job. I have emotional issues, and I was supposed to see my psychiatrist guy. You have to see one if you get antidepressants. And I made it all the way downtown, and he left early for the day. I was having some real bad issues a couple days before that with depression. And depression isn't just feeling sad because something didn't go your way. Depression is some kind of chemical thing, and it comes over you, and there is nothing you feel that there's nothing you can do to help it. It is a chemical issue in your body. Now, there are probably circumstances that bring on those chemicals to be released. Yeah, probably so. Just like anxiety attacks, there's ways that you can't avoid them, but you can make them much better and quicker to go away. So there's issues, physical issues that people have, and emotional issues that people have that you don't see. You see a regular person. You don't see what's inside. If you could open up and had a list of what your issues are, whether you have structural issues or emotional issues, diseases that are not visible, like maybe heart disease or sickle cell anemia or anything, really. People that I find have put labels on everything, and everything has a little category and a box. Television has turned into fear-mongering. If you don't buy this, oh my God, these bad things will happen to you. And the political scene, not only in the United States, but all over the world. Great Britain's having big issues. Australia's having issues. And Saudi is having some issues internal. They don't, some countries don't broadcast it to the world. Some people open up like this. And just, other countries, they don't. They try to handle it. If they can't, they take it internally. A lot of depressed people basically take it internally if they are societal. I don't know how to people very well. I know I'm on the spectrum somewhere because I have ADHD, I have depression, and a few other things, OCD. And I know that's all listed on the spectrum. It's changed, the DSM, the book that has all the diagnoses in it and all that stuff, has changed in the last 10, 20 years. They're discovering stuff every day. Who knows? Maybe in another 30 years there'll be cures for everything. Not that there aren't now. Maybe there are. Maybe it's something so simple as what you eat and drink. how you think. Because how you think about things makes a big difference. If you're ill and you say to yourself, I am never getting any better, I might as well die, you're going to get worse. If you're ill and you say, boy, this is just a setback, but I'm going to be well again, and you're determined, it makes a big difference. I don't know. I'm afraid not of failure, but I'm afraid of success. I don't know how to do things. I was never allowed to find out things. I was told what to do my whole life by my mom, and then I moved out and lived with the guy that I married, and he told me, this is what you're going to do, and do this and do that. So being on my own, and I've been on my own for like 20 years. Well, not really, because Mom lived 2 streets over, and she just died in January. So since January, I've really not had anyone to tell me what to do. It's hard, especially being old. Things like that, and you are turned loose, and you're on your own. When you're younger, it's difficult, but it's not as difficult because I don't have groups of friends. I never did, having lived under a narcissist and then a husband that never even let me talk to the pastor of the church. Really. So I used to be a religious zealot, sort of, go Bible thumper, they call it, and go around and telling people how awful they are if they don't do this and they don't do that. There's these gnats around here. And, I couldn't understand why nobody liked me even more. And then it came to me, they ask you, pray to God and ask Him for help and ask Him for this and ask Him for that. Don't you think He's tired of people asking Him for stuff? I would be. And I figured, it's not working. I had an abusive marriage, and I'd ask for help and it was not there. An opportunity came along and I took it, and that's why I'm not in that abusive marriage anymore. I had a boyfriend that was a Lothario, which means a ladies' man. So, in a way, that's kind of no use, because he wasn't, dedicated to me or anything. So I was still punishing myself. I'm a self-punisher. Life is normal when I'm punishing myself. I don't know if anyone else is like that. I'm sure there are people out there like that. You get used to a certain level of goodness, badness, punishment, bad things in your life. You get used to a certain level. And if they disappear and things get better, you don't know how to deal with it. You deal with what's familiar. I'm having a very difficult time peopling and adulting. There's some paperwork I have to find to be able to go forward. And it's very difficult for me because I'm going to be losing 95% of what I have here around me in this room, in my life. I'll be losing all of this to have a different life. And I don't do well with loss, even if it's something silly. And then seeing my friends on YouTube losing their furry friends, their family members, recently, it really, really got me. Thrall's very old, and he's peeing all over, and I just cleaned the carpets, and I found another puddle of pee this morning. And I'm very disappointed, but what do you do? And he's such a sweetheart. I woke up to a cat's face right into my face going, hello! And he knows how, he says it. He goes, hello! Which kind of gave me a chuckle, but then I felt so crappy I turned right back over. And I'm not really asleep, but just, I couldn't. It'd be, I can't on my shirt. Would be, I can't. I can't adult today, I can't people today. But I managed to do this, right? not only kind of a cry for help, but it's not really. I'm putting it out there because I know there are other people that feel this way too. And I don't know if there is a root cause or if everyone's story is totally different. We share similarities, a lot of us. And the people we follow on Facebook or YouTube generally have something in common with us somehow, and it's why we like to watch them. Whether they're good souls, or they have pets, or they're theater people, or they like working on cars, whatever it is that you have in common is what brings you together. We are all human beings. It's just different ethnicities. Race means we're human, not bovine, which is a cow. Although I've been called a cow. Anyway, yeah, I haven't totally lost it yet. I still have my hair, and I still have a little snarky humor hidden down inside. When I'm bald on here, you'll know I've lost it. Upward and onward.